installment of the WebTV Corona Watch and our Day 4 coverage of the lockdown in Lagos, FCT Abuja, and other parts of the country. We bring you updates on the impact of coronavirus pandemic on global, African, and Nigerian economy. Let us begin with the review of the updates on COVID-19. At the global level, the confirmed cases are over 1 million, with well over 53,000 deaths across the globe. There are currently 750,028 active cases and over 213,000 recoveries. In Africa, there are over 6,600 cases that have been confirmed, with over 241 deaths and 500 plus recoveries. For Nigeria, the confirmed cases remain 184, with 2 deaths and 20 recoveries. Now to developing stories. The Bank of Ireland received 15,000 applications for payment breaks from mortgage customers in March, with a further 5,000 businesses seeking breaks or working capital as a result of the coronavirus disruption. Its chief executive said, to put that into perspective, normally, before COVID, we would typically get just 2 or 3 applications for a break each day. We have seen on some peak days that demand at 2,000. Francesca McDonald told National Broadcaster RT today. The head of the Irish Bank's representative body said on Saturday that lenders were processing more than 28,000 mortgage breaks for customers by the end of last week, after agreeing to loan repayment breaks of up to 3 months for those affected. In technology, Google yesterday published reports for 131 countries showing whether visits to shops, parks, and workplaces dropped in March, when many governments issued stay-at-home orders to rein in on the spread of the novel coronavirus. Google's analysis of location data from billions of users' phones is the largest public data set available to help health authorities assess if people are abiding with shelter in place and similar other issues across the world. Its report shows charts that compare traffic from February 16 to March 29th at subway, train, and bus stations, grocery stores, and other broad categories of places with a 5-week period earlier this year. In Italy, one of the countries hardest hit by the virus, visits to retail and recreation locations, including restaurants and movie theaters, plunged 94%, while visits to workplaces slid 63%, reflecting the severity of the crisis there. Grocery and pharmacy visits in Italy dropped 85%, and park visits were down by 90%. In the United States, California, which was the first to experience the COVID case and statewide lockdown, cut visits to retail and recreation locations by half. By contrast, Arkansas, one of the few states without a sweeping lockdown, has seen such visits fall by 29%, the lowest for a U.S. state. The data also underscored some challenges authorities have faced in keeping people apart. Grocery store visits surged in Singapore, the United Kingdom, and elsewhere as travel restrictions were set to go into place. Visits to parks spiked in March in San Francisco Bay Area, countries forcing the people there to stay off the limits. By contrast, in Japan, where authorities have been relatively relaxed in urging social distancing measures, but where calls have been growing daily for a state of emergency, visits to retail and recreational places fell 26%. Visits to workplace dropped by a mere 9%. The coronavirus has infected more than 1 million people globally, and COVID-19, the respiratory illness it causes, has killed 52,000, according to a Reuters tally. One sector that is already experiencing the adverse effect of the coronavirus spread across the globe is the tourism industry. According to the United Nations World Tourism Organization, the international tourist arrivals in 2020 could decline by 20% to 30%. The UNWTO states that this would translate into a loss of $300 to $450 billion in international tourism receipts, exports, almost 1/3 of the US $1.5 trillion generated annually in this worst-case scenario. Over 190 countries and territories have reported cases of COVID-19, and countries like Singapore, Kenya, Morocco, Egypt, Brazil, UAE, Malaysia, Spain, France, and even China will be affected by a tourism decline. In the wake of the COVID-19 pandemic, ProShare, Nigeria's leading financial information hub, as part of its responsibility to providing credible, reliable, and accurate data and analysis to the investing community and the general public, has launched the Corona Watch. Speaking on the development of the ProShare Corona Watch Central, Ms. Reshu Baga, the Chief Technology Officer of ProShare, stated that the platform was developed as part of our commitment to ensuring credible, reliable, and timely information is gotten from verified sources to the general public. She further added that the businesses need to think out of the box due to the uncertainties at this time, and reliable data and access to information via a credible platform is the only means to ensure one can stay ahead. On how this will enhance the work done by analysis in understanding the impact of the pandemic to aid prompt release of outlooks for various sectors, Mr. Teslim Shitabe, the Chief Economist and Managing Editor at ProShare, asserted that the Corona Watch is one that facilitates access to figures and facts about the pandemic. In addition, he noted that the economic desk of ProShare commenced commentaries around the subject Coronanomics in February 2020 to assess and analyze how governments, corporates, and individuals are dealing with the pandemic, while the Coronanomics Watch was debuted via the WebTV platform since Monday this week. This will keep the public abreast of updates around the world and enable the public gain insights from experts and key stakeholders in the economy and the financial markets on a daily basis. While the end of the pandemic remains unknown and economists sees a way out, it is evident that there is a paradigm shift and more needs to be done for economies and the financial markets to get back on track. For comments, feedback, and inquiries, kindly send an email to the research@proshareng.com on the ProShare Corona Watch, and you can also subscribe to the WebTV YouTube channel to get further updates and insight. And that will be all for this morning's segment of the WebTV Corona Watch and our day-4 coverage of the lockdown. You can visit our website www.proshareng.com to get more updates from our news stories and videos. You can also follow our social media platforms showing on the screen for further updates on our market reports. Join us by 12 p.m. for our midday segment, which will be streamed live on our YouTube, Periscope, and Twitter channels. Till we come your way again, thank you for watching and stay safe.